Anyways, let's start the recording here and proceed on with 2.4. We're almost done with it. We finished the trial, so there's not too much more to go for 2.4. And after this, we're gonna jump right into Hildabrand. Wait, is this 2.4? This might be 2.3 actually. God dang it. I'd have to look it up now. Oh, they changed the stupid wiki, man. I can't scroll the whole way down through it now anymore. They like divided it up, which is really annoying. That was 2.3. Okay, it is 2.4. Okay, we are in 2.4. And we're like right towards the end of it. I don't want to start 2.5 yet. I want to finish Hildebrand, and then we can finish 2.5. Because 2.5 is the end of Realm Reborn and stuff. And we go straight into Heaven's Word then.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole. Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which...
Which occurred in Kurthis, assuming you are ready to speak of it. Forgot to change that setting, damn it.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once. Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Master Louisoix's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Let's not quibble over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think. Hydaelyn speaks to her as well. If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals. Or could it be that it was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path? She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Midgard-Zoma was a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardian's fears are well founded, it would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so. Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Yeah. It's a 110 weapon. Too bad I got it at 130. I think that's from... Is that the one that I got from Bahamut? I don't... No, that's the summoning one. I mean to scour the annals. Why do you say that? The annals for knowledge of Midgard Swarmer. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Oops. Yeah, let me just, sidestep on out of here. Alright, Alpha, now what's going on? Sifwin, 'tis well you are on hand. We have a problem. Roa Il has escaped. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. It is plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Roa Il quitting the city via the gate of Nald, with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridianum. I am certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Hildabrand and the First are hot upon Roa Il's heels. Pray, make haste to Camp Bluefog and join the hunt. More conspiracy. Crap. Alright. Thanks for, my thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken to the soldiers here. They say that Roa Il walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raubog's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made an attempt to detain her, and so here we are. Roa Il must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridianum. Yeah, I would think so. She has way too many important secrets about the mortal flames. If that would fall in Garlean hands, that would be catastrophic, to say the very least. It is not the area I need to go to. Ah! Stupid symbols look too similar. This wretch was with Roa Il. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the god's damned harpy. With me, San, we almost have her. Alright, here we go. Oops. I am a freaking scholar! God dang it! This is not good! Art of War! This Art of War! If I fail this, it's because I'm a fucking scholar. It's gonna take 2 times as long just to kill everybody. Alright. God damn it. Alright, come on. Maybe I can scrape out of this somehow. I can't, apparently I can't kill her. I kill everybody around her. Oh my god, how many more of them are there? Jesus! It's like an entire fucking squadron! God, that's so many. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, men. She and her imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of Lo? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it your God's given right to rule over others? Over others. You know naught of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive. Stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagine me a paragon when I join them, the flames. To hear you tell it, one would think you were the only person to have suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raubon himself was born into poverty. As was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that had been dealt, and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we fought for. How are we any different then? It is true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth. It is true that we both had a fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marthel, you sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Oh, man. That's so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Raubon chose his.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Reborn. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the Blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Foreboding. Captain Ilbert, I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raubon. That shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. My thanks. But I have one last favor for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minthia of all that has happened. I am aware that the intendant held Roba ill in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. Alright. God, freaking ear. I hate allergies. Everybody hates them. Who doesn't? It's my fault for not. Oh my god, really? right.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent.
Why
I don't know
you?
what to say.
What? That's how you pronounce it?
Together with Reborn, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters.
I'm still bent up about that freaking pronunciation, man. Why'd they spell it like that? Couldn't you have been more phonetic with it?
I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Just a little bit more phonetic, because how the hell are you supposed to know that?
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Asian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Asian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Asians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady.
Yeah, the same.
We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
Can't go asking for help every single time.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Asian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
Yeah. Be honest, I can't think of a time where they really bring that up again. Maybe that'll be in a future expansion. Either that or one of the patches for
Following the
Endwalker.
calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
That bothers me! Why is it pronounced like that? Why is it spelled like that? Why is it spelled with a fucking R? And there's no like... Oh, I hate it so much! It's... Oh my god, it's so stupid.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the Media Project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Voris Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, She sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
7 hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, why you must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! Today I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved, It cannot be helped, but as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Uldar whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the immortal flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldar's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the monetarists with a rod to beat Reborn.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Uldar.
The true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The monetarists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Uldar to move forward, it is not only the syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Reborn to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Uldar.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monetarists shall cease to be.
Ah, she's planning to dissolve the monarchy.
Uldar will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Reborn, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
Oh, wait. Wait, no, I don't want to start that. Alright, we finished 2.4! That was a lot of cutscenes. Whew! Oh shit. Now I have gotta weave through my, freaking quests and see which one. Ugh, excuse me, see which one is which. Oh, there it is. Alright. Gotta go to Curface. Ugh. Alright. No. No. Oops. There we go. Oh, before I continue that, oops. There we go. Better. freaking summon, turn myself into a summoner. I was level grinding, that's why I was a scholar. Well, I'd say level grinding was just more like roulette. I was doing roulettes. Alright. This is it, right? Yeah. It's really windy here. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take you're one of the many tasks with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Oh, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. Get some in my eye. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelists, I will, of course, summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg! He ventured outside the gates here moments before your arrival, fully eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. I just love it. It's like a pause as we just look at each other or something. You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Sure. You see that now? That just now? No? I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector! Over there, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray, tell me what you see. Aha! I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment, I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. A lot of cutscenes. Then again, it can't expect anything else from a Hildabrand quest. There's not out of the ordinary here either. No luck, We have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildabrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I love the pause there. Your, wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector! I even found a weapon to use! By the 12! Is that the selfsame spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. It's freaking Gilgamesh running all over the place. Why do you run in the igloo? Oops. Yeah, get up there. Is that... I was gonna say, is that part of the quest, or is he just sitting there? Wherefore art thou, or my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. My weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Yes, green chicken. Oh my god. Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways, it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects, it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was welded a musket barrel. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. How I yearned to reclaim it, the strongest of spears. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears! I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Now you call me Shirley? No matter, give it to me! Give it to me! This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens! I will not relinquish it again! This spear and I have bested many a men together. I will not relinquish it again! And we are in an impasse! What the hell is this? I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponents in single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Ah! Yes, my plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't. So let's not mince words. Only you have the skills to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. Alright. This fucking... My face is in the ground again. Nashu? Miss Ellie? Ha! My good woman! It is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtlessly deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Yes, it was. It was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was, a silent guardian content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time. What? You can just do that at will? What? Can you shrink yourself too? Battle on the Brig Bridge. What the heck? Big Bridge. Everybody's favorite song. I'm just gonna... I am just gonna do that. Hopefully that'll constitute me having a faster queue. I guess the queue wasn't that fast, damn. Nobody's doing this one! To be fair, you gotta go out of your way to actually unlock this, so I don't really blame people for missing out on it. Some people just aren't a fan of the Hildabrand stuff, but I say some people. I think it's hilarious. At times, the jokes can fall flat, though. I just like how expressive, like, how much they freaking animated the Gilgamesh stuff. It's like, I wish they would incorporate that in those types of animations in the goddamn game. Like, to go to that extent and, like, animate, like, that much. Fortunately, we just get, like, repeated animations for, like, stuff. Yeah. Come on. It's gotta be shorter than this, man. To be fair, like, oh, to be honest, the battle itself does not take long at all. So, that's something, I guess. The problem is trying to get into it is the issue. Nobody's really doing it anymore. Yeah. I want battle on the brig bridge. Brig bridge. I keep saying that. If I really wanted to, I could go samurai, but I don't know. Part of me just wants to keep the I just want to keep the summoning aspect until I like finish the expansion. The game is more like it, and then I start the next expansion or the. What the hell do I even say about that? I wouldn't even. It's technically not the next expansion. I just start. Well, maybe you would word it like that. I would move on to the expansions. There's a better way to word it. I've been looking up some, well, I've been, like, following some, Final Fantasy 14, like, what, streamers, YouTubers, and all that. And something recent came up about the glamour system and how terrible it is. I don't think it's that bad, if I'm gonna be real. The only major thing I would want them to change is the fact how you access the glamour dresser. So I know a lot of people don't particularly like the glamour plate system. I'm okay with it. It's completely fine in my book, but I think it would just be so much better if you could access like and edit glamour plates in any safe area. Like, or instead of like a glamour dresser where you have to directly go to the dang inn every time you want to make add something for glamours, so you can make a glamour plate. Instead of it being like a dresser, make it like a chest that you just bring. Yeah, like a chest, a glamour chest that you bring with you and you can use in any save zone. That would be so much better. It would just be so much better, like, and more convenient to have. To have it that way, because, like, now you have to go either to, oh god, what the heck do you call it? Your squadron? To your squadron or an in-room. And it's just very inconvenient, because it's like, oh, I found this piece of glam, but I gotta go all the way back to an in-room somewhere to, put it, to, be able to make a glamour plate. And to edit glamour plate, I have to go all the way back to the in-room or your squadron chamber to freaking just edit the glamour plates. And it's just annoying. Like, can we just have that in any safe zone? Like, it doesn't have to be everywhere. It's just the safe zones would be a nice experience. Well, it's just so much more convenient. I know, I could probably write a freaking recommendation, like, or not like a recommendation. I forget what it's called, but essentially 14 has this thing where you can, a suggestion. You can write to the devs suggestions about certain things. And I think a good way to, like, I might actually do that. Like, there are a couple suggestions I have that I would like to, like, maybe submit. Who knows if they'll actually do it, though. Hey, you never know. I mean, they actually listened to my suggestion about the ninja stuff, so that's something. They actually made it better than what I suggested, to be honest. Because I just told, like, asked if they could just get rid of bugs. It was just a button that did nothing. It was just an extra DPS button. It was stupid to me. They actually gave it a function, which I really do like. And I know a lot of people are butthurt about that, but whatever. I don't care, I like it the way it is now. Yeah, you get the remix battle on the big bridge. I'm sorry, I shouldn't sing along to that. It's kind of annoying when people do that. It's just such a good song, though.
Go on, H2. It's Toad, your favorite.
So, Gilgamesh likes to turn you into things. So, and you gotta run away from Enkidu when you get turned into that, because you'll take constant damage from Enkidu. This fight is so short that, honestly, they should probably just change it to a 4-person.
I've been had. This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I just remembered something.
I barely had to do anything. But yeah, I think they should turn this fight into a 4-person party fight. I don't think it needs to be 8-person anymore. It's either that or... Whoa! Somebody just died, yo. The hell? Alright, let's get you back up. What the heck happened there? They just like
You silly!
took a shit ton of damage. Like, I don't know what happened there. Because they got tiny or something? Oh shit.
Rocket punch! I won't go down so easily.
Oh no, I got tinied! Oh. Ow!
Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
What did he think he was gonna accomplish there? Everyone looks so unamused. Oh man. Alone, yet still armed. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. You okay there, Hildabrand? I guess I could ask. Ugh. Why, Greg? Why? You dead again, Inspector? Oh, wait. I have the perfect thing for this. I got Vesper Bay tickets that I need to use because I don't need to go back there anymore. Well, I don't need to go back there anytime soon. It's more like I probably will maybe in the future, but not often. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. It will make a fine addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Well, it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Breardine. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? What? Okay, what is going on with the skybox? Why does that feel like it's so zoomed in? What the hell? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? You must be so boring. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? What the fuck was this? Shit, God. Okay, that was pretty good. Oh, shit. I believe this is addressed to me. Condescending Inspector Brearden. Piss off. "400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue." Many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildabrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon! Just chasing them all over the Vesper Bay. How dare you all laugh at a time like this after allowing that precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Mandeville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the You didn't think it was over, did you? The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. As seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul. Can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will the Mandeville man find his Mandeville wife? A case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men were wearing? They look special. If I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair. I guess we'll find out next time. What the hell are you doing? Ah, there you are. I've been doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found our Lapis maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of the master Guguremu? Oh my god. I can't pronounce that. A prominent member of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Her eyes and hair a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen this, the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. But all of this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not to just anyone, mind you. To the heir of the Bruguiere Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Costa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Costa del Sol overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. Alright. Time to go to Costa del Sol! I think this is like one of the last ones, but I'm not sure. Alright. Guguremu. I think that's how you say the name. I don't know, man. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might have just a moment of... Ah, yes. That two-gill sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the Sloughed Phantom Thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabelle safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy. Alright. The brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him. Askins? What does that mean? The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief, will be his last. They set his eyes on the will-be thief. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? It's Breardian. Consulting Inspector Breardian. Your reputation precedes you. What, pray tell, would you propose? I have promised some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renegade, renege? What is that word, man? To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences. It will cost you not a whit of your precious skill. Very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will ever know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after you slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? A man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi, and it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge. A precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an attention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless, he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I have already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vanis would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. Yolta Nolta and his wife, Sinana? I'm gonna say Sinana. The guests of honor will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guguramu himself. Finally, we have Lewinhart, a steward of Guguramu's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players served for the Lapis Maiden herself have assembled in Costa del Sol. Doubtless the thief, Phantom Thief, lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of action or attack. Doesn't matter. We will begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you are to report back to me at once. Hildabrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Breardian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see this through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildabrand, agent of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinary, have arrived to defend the maiden's honor as only a Mandeville man can. He's got a fish on his head. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Well, it makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything too stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Costa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time. Does he still have the fish on his... Damn it, he doesn't. He changed out of his getup. You're literally right there. I didn't need to do that. Whatever. You've come. Excellent. With that buffoon suitably distracted, we can get to more important matters. But before we proceed, what might I call you? An unremarkable name. It will suffice. Now answer me this. Really? You're making fun of my name? I'll slap you, dude. You were there when the Phantom Thief in the guise of Lady Dorilda stole off with the treaty blade. Was there anything about our foe's disguise that struck you as particularly noteworthy? Perfect mannerisms? That is for me to know. Identical appearance? That's the only thing I can think of. The obvious answer, yet all too many. A certain self-styled gentleman comes to mind. Could you not recognize a clue if it hit them upside the head? The observation is astute. A thorough inspection of the mask left behind at the scene revealed a tiny prism sewn into the fabric. It is this stone that allows him to change appearances at will. Clearly our man is no ordinary thief. Magics far outside the grasp of the common folk are at his disposal. This in itself gives us insight into his identity and his ways. And yet, this is not what caught my eye. No, from movements to mannerisms, to that utterly obnoxious personality, the thief did not merely look like Lady Dorilda, he was her. Such a feat could not be accomplished by magical trickery alone. We are dealing with a clever and thorough criminal. Not content to rely on his ample power of disguise, he studies his target closely before assuming their identities. He emulates them utterly and completely, that not even their closest friends or family could detect that aught is amiss. All the key players arrived at Costa del Sol 3 days ago. When preparations for the banquet began, this would afford our thief more than enough time to study his would-be target. And yet, some disguises are more challenging than others. Put yourself in the mind of our phantoms. If you were the thief, whose identity would you first assume? Probably one of the guests. Would he? The guests are well acquainted with each other. One misstep and the thief's cover would be blown. No, there is a more logical first target. Yeah, but aren't they like well known and you'd be able to stutter? Whatever. There's a more logical first target, one that would afford him the opportunity to gather the knowledge he needs without less risk. Yes, one of the brass blades of the Gerbera. Strong in number, few of words, able to come and go as they please. A fearsome reputation to scare away any who would draw near enough to realize something was amiss. An ideal entry into Coastal del Sol for our man. Deducing as much, I made a point to question brass blades in the area. Little to my surprise, I learned that there was one man who had not been seen at his favorite alehouse for 3 days past. Our thief has not made a habit of wanton murder. Doubtless the poor man is lying naked in a ditch not far from here. In addition to general security duties, each of the blades has been assigned to serve as bodyguard. One or more of the guests. If the man can tell us of his assigned charge, like as not, his answer will reveal the current identity of our thief. Our thief would not have had the time to carry the unconscious man far. I'll canvass the immediate area. You begin your search on the outskirts of Coastal del Sol. Okay. This area. Well, you were right, I guess. Excellent. You are one of the less incompetent assistants I have worked with. Thank the gods! Please free me from these chains before the snippers eat me alive! There. Now tell me all that you can remember about what happened. Try to be brief. We just arrived in Coastal del Sol. Had a briefing of sorts. Master Guguremu gave us each our orders. Who we'd be looking after in the like. Had a mind to tour the area, get my bearings. Next thing I knew, I felt a thwack on the back of my head. What? Why are you changing? What? Oh, my head. Whatever. When I came to here, I was stripped to my skivvies. Much to the chagrin of those of us who have to look at you. Wow, okay, dude. You say you received orders from Master Guguremu. Who was to be your charge? Memory's hazy, but one was Morgan, father of the groom. The other was a Lalafellin gent from Limsa. Yolto Nolto. Now try your best to remember. Were there any other guests with whom you were ordered to interact? Come to think of it, yes. There was also the steward Lowenhars. I was to review with him the schedule of events. Discuss the protection of key supplies, that sort of thing. Morgant, Yalto Nalto, and Lowenhart. Thank you. For an incompetent fool, your testimony has proved astonishingly enlightening. I shall see this man back to the city into the possession of some new clothes, after which I shall return to Costa del Sol to continue the investigation. Go on ahead of me, and for the love of gods, just make sure that imbecile doesn't cause too much trouble in my absence. I don't know, we already left him to his own devices. It might be too late! Alright, I pushed the dang button. Oh, by the way, no, wait. No, I think there is one more trial from this quest line. But I don't remember if that's actually the case, though. Might be. Oh, there you are, friend! And not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did you're an inspector... What? You're and Inspector Breeden's... Oh, okay. You're and Inspector Breeden's avenue of inquiry bear fruit. I was getting ahead of myself. Urgit, Yalto Nalto and the steward Lowenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildabrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the inspector returns. Fear not, friend. The inspector shall be none the wiser. Ha ha! If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah! There is one of our suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. Oh god. He's just gonna go around harassing people. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley. Headed down from Mandeville men of ages past to reveal our foe. I could think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story with you. Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital! This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now behold, as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Guguremu. In a fine morning it must be for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you anyway? Guards! Guards! Hold your chocobos, Guguremu. I recognize the lad. This is Hildabrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe the man our gratitude, aye, Vanessa? Bonus. A phantom thief? A balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed to have such rumors told about her. Perhaps she's worthy of me after all. He alludes to an unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier on the eyes than you. That's me, Vanessa. Ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. And we're the heir to the Brugere Consortium. And a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Our family, I should say. Which reminds me, Master Bonus. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket? It was nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. The time-honored Manderville art of parley? We'd be sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoke up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Oh my god, are you literally writing everything we're saying? It reminds me of something I ended up doing once in school. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yolta Nalta and Lewinhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we have a thief to apprehend. I am just watching everything unfold and not doing anything about it. I've not seen your faces around here with the East Aldenar Trading Company, are ye? Oh, yes, good sir, very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldenar Trading Company. Oh, pleasure to meet ye. Do tell, is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? Sinana here's no slouch herself, but she, like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are my manners? Doltal Noltals, of the, Bruguer Consortium. And this is me wife, Sinana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. What, with all manner of fellow beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. Why are they intersplicing between O's, but then they just use the whole them? It's very inconsistent. If I were 20 years younger, I'd dice them up myself and make a salad out of... You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't ye? But of course! I once spent a year honing body and mind with the fists of Roger. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's-its a day. And your food stores were occasionally raided by the ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Would it kill you to read the Mithrai and educate yourself from time to time? Oh my god. A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested from consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, my lady, I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. With that, I'd best go prepare me speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy! None of those three were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, you must move quickly, or the lapsed maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. A sign of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. We have many faces will last. A lapis maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardian will be back any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Right so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lowenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardian will come back before long. Come, Nashu. This is no time to delay. Oh, this is killing my throat, by the way, doing these extravagant voices and stuff. Inspecting food. Crates of assorted foodstuffs and a variable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Lowenhart spoke true? Egads! Are those explosives I spy concealed amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. What? Nashu! Far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies. What in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time. I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I fear that it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. What? What is going on? I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would invariably explode in rage. Now let us dispose of these things before an errant ember sends all of us to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briardian, explode, a fiery demise. Got it! This is still taking notes. Oh my god. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. Ugh. You can't read, apparently. You two were supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie! Should Inspector Briardian come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Sifu and I will see that the Inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Briardian has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. Yep. Sure. Ugh. Alright. Let's do it. So Hildabrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impressed. Indeed. But enough about Hildabrand. Sifu and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... Next an idea, Miss Ellie, and yes. Oh yes, that spot just over there by the crate should suffice. There of all places? But surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I am not here on vacation. I am here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells! Don't worry, Sifu, and I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Oh, jeez, where is this headed? Why is it focusing on the stick? I don't... What? Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of a brass blade attacked by our quarry, I've identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgant, Nalto, and Lowenhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over. Are the 2 of you listening? Of course we are. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Mayhap we should continue our conversation elsewhere. Oh, but there is no need. Wait here, and I shall build us a fire. Methinks the Inspector has taken leave of his senses. The choice of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is... What? Infinitesimal? What is that word? I don't know. I need a thesaurus. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly. And as fortune would have it, I just so happen to have a flintstone on my person. There is no cause for alarm. It is not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. What? It's flying. What have we here? Everything is a... Oh my god! Everything is proceeding according to my master plan? Could this be another challenge from the fiend? No, surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Tablets, it's just the idle wavings of some madman. Perhaps so, but we must exercise due caution. And there are 2 more pages. Oh, no. Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis maiden alone that shall come to harm. To harm? Is more direct than his previous challenges. There can be no doubt as to the sender. What is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer. No doubt. Oh my god. The final page? Your founding inspector. Oh no! Your founding inspector Briardian will meet a fiery demise. Oh my god! Oh shit. What? It's like, whatever you do, don't move. Don't fucking move an inch. Oh shit! Oh. Oh my god! Oh my god. You saw through the fiend's ruse. But how? Here, let's just call it a reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? They're ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Hildabrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our quarry proves ever elusive. Excellent. You might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who will resort to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance! Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? Thal's teeth! Those vegetables cost a fortune! And they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry? More like agent of injury and incompetence! You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in gale! What? What is that? Sorry, I'm behind on that lore. What is that again? Oh. Holy crap. Alright, I think with that, I am going to call it a night because my throat is killing me right now from trying to do extravagant voices. Anyways, you guys have a nice manga reading, anime watching, game playing rest of your night. See you guys. Until then.